Hi, this is Tawny with the Kinsman Free Public Library, and today's book recommendation is The Joy of Leaving Your Shit All Over the Place by Jennifer McCartney. This book is hilarious. It's kind of like a parody to all those cleaning videos, specifically the life-changing magic of tidying up, which I don't know if you've read that one, but that one's also pretty fantastic. Basically, what she's advocating in this book is it's okay to be cluttered and it's okay to be a little bit messy. It's life. We all have junk and we all have junk we don't want to get rid of, so embrace it. It's told tongue-in-cheek and it's written in a very similar style to the life-changing magic of tidying up. She does, though, it is only 10 chapters long, so it's very short and very quick. She does have a little chapter, though, about hoarding and how that's not okay. That there's a difference between clutter and being untidy versus a hoard. And the different mental health implications of being a hoarder or having your own hoard rather than just your everyday junk drawer, or maybe you keep the closet closed when there's company kind of clutter. So I'm going to give a quick excerpt from this book so that you kind of get a gist of what she's talking about. Tidy is in, messy is out. Thanks minimalism. Thanks unprecedented household debt. Thanks KonMari method. My friends and family fell enthusiastically under the influence of the 12 billion copy bestseller, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and they all failed, time and again. It's an ugly thing to witness. Oh, you wish you hadn't thrown out your grandmother's crocheted bikini, or your son's ashtray he made in the shape of a leg of a lamb. Too fucking bad. They're gone, thanks to your weird ideas about tidying. Break free from the bonds of tidiness and triumph over the boring forces of uniformity and predictability. Every tidy home looks the same, particularly when there's nothing left in it. But a messy home, now that's a better way to live, because better, more honorable, and truer to the American dream in so many ways. America is the land of opportunity and the land of acquisition. Canada even more so because of all the snow-related accessories. Get rid of your stuff is a ridiculous suggestion. It's cowardly, too. Sure, it's easier to go through your drawers and randomly throw away all your shit. Sorry, selectively keep the shit you feel joyful about. Than it is to deal with whatever bullshit week you're having. But isn't it better to deal with your problems and not blame shit? As if the reason you're not getting more help has to do with your husband's massive tie collection. Cleaning is the easy way out. Do not be seduced by that. Before you deal with your problems, let's try solving them quickly by firing up your laptop and buying 3 or more things to make yourself feel better. Everyone likes to buy things and inherit things and collect things and have set things around. Science has proven that having a lot of stuff makes you more open to new ideas and more creative and obviously smarter. A study published in Psychological Science discovered that disorderly environments encourage breaking with tradition and convention. The people in the messy rooms came up with almost 5 times the number of highly creative responses as did their tidy room counterparts, and were also more likely to choose smoothie flavors that were labeled as new as opposed to classic. This is true. Don't be hung up on being tidy. Think about all the fruits you could be tasting if you were just a little bit messier. Or think about the limited time you have on this planet before you die of Zika virus, or from unwashed spinach, or let's face it, probably heart disease. Just how freaking dedicated must you be to a tiny abode? Have you been brainwashed into believing that wanting to have stuff and not worrying where it goes means that something's wrong with you? That you ought to be devastated if you and your place would never be featured on Goop, or Martha Live Stewart Living, or Apartment Therapy? Reject the KonMari mindset. It will only bring shame and guilt upon your household when you ultimately fail. And here's the biggest load of crap, that being tidy will actually improve your emotional life, anger issues, too much stuff. Unhappy marriage, too much stuff. Can't sleep, stuff. Problems with your digestion, it's not gluten, it's all your freaking stuff. Look, you know who was tidy? Patrick Bateman, the serial murderer from American Psycho. Also, Mussolini was a very tiny man. He loved filing papers. Ted Bundy, neat as frick. Now ask yourself, what kind of company do you want to keep? Okay, so that is just a quick excerpt from the introduction. As you can tell, I eventually started doing some editing because it is a little bit more mature in its language. But that's part of the fun of these parodies, is that they know they're not taking this seriously, and they know it's not meant to be taken seriously. So they tend to be a little bit more informal, but also the language tends to be an attention grabber. I mean, if you walked past this sitting out face out on a bookshelf, you'd be like, what? And you would probably grab it, which is why I myself bought this. Also, I am a notoriously untidy human being. So anybody who is pro embracing untidiness and general lack of organization, which is how I live my everyday life. Like, we won't even talk about my home desk. I actually cleaned it. Not that it looks like it, but it is tidier than it was. Or my workspace, or my closet. I'm just untidy. So if you are also an untidy person, this book is definitely for you. You'll get chuckles out of it, you'll laugh. Or if you are a tidy person who knows an untidy person, this might be fun to read too, because you'll be like, oh, yeah, I know someone who does that. Alright, well, give it a read. If you end up reading this, let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed it, if you are embracing your clutter and your disorganization, or if you're going to still purge every now and then and keep everything nice and tidy and all in its spot. Alright, thanks for listening. Bye!